At first, I thought she was just tired. Work had been intense for her. Deadlines, meetings, travel. That's what I told myself every time she came home late and went straight to the shower, every time she said, "Long day," and nothing else, every time she scrolled on her phone instead of sitting next to me like she used to. I told myself, don't overthink. Marriage has seasons. I didn't realize we were in the final one. Her name is Sarah. We've been married 11 years. We weren't the loud, dramatic couple. We were steady, predictable in a comforting way. Sunday groceries together, movie nights, small kisses before leaving for work. Somewhere along the way, those small things faded. I noticed it, but I explained it away. She's just stressed, I'd say to myself. She needs space. She'll come back to normal soon. But normal never returned. She stopped telling me about her day. When I asked, how was work, she'd say, fine, and change the subject. She laughed less, touched me less. Even the way she said my name felt different, polite, careful. One evening, I tried to hug her from behind while she was washing dishes. She stiffened, not dramatically, just slightly, enough for me to feel it. Sorry, I said, pulling back, didn't mean to scare you. You didn't, she replied quietly. But she didn't turn around. That night, lying in bed beside her, I felt like there was a wall between us. She faced the edge of the bed back to me. I almost asked, are you okay? Are we okay? Instead, I stayed quiet. I thought pushing would make things worse. A week later, I said gently, you've been distant lately. She looked at me for a moment, then said, I've just been thinking. About what? Life, she said, a lot of things. That answer scared me more than anger would have. Still, I nodded, take your time. I thought I was being supportive. I didn't realize I was giving her permission to let go. Months passed like that, no big fights, no shouting, just silence growing between us like an extra person living in the house. I tried small things, brought her flowers, suggested a weekend trip, cooked her favorite dinner. She smiled politely, that's sweet, thank you. But her eyes stayed somewhere else. One night I finally said, are you still happy with me? She froze. Then she forced a small smile, of course. I wanted to believe her. So I did. The night everything changed, it felt like any other. I was sitting on the couch watching TV when she came in from the bedroom holding a small suitcase. My brain didn't process it at first. Travel for work, I asked. She shook her head gently. My stomach dropped, what's going on? She set the suitcase down and sat across from me. Her hands were shaking, but her voice was calm. I think I'm done, she said. The words echoed in my ears. Done with what? I asked, though I already knew. With us, she said softly. I felt like the air had been pulled from the room. You're just overwhelmed, we can fix this. She shook her head. I've been trying to figure out how to say this for months. Months, my voice cracked. I didn't want to hurt you, she whispered. You're hurting me now, I said. Tears filled her eyes, I know. Did I do something? I asked desperately. Is there someone else? She shook her head quickly. No, this isn't about another person. Then what is it about? She looked at me with sadness I'd never seen before. I feel like I lost myself, she said, and I don't know how to find myself while staying here. I didn't understand. We've built a life together. I know, she said, and you've been kind, patient, understanding. Her voice broke. That's what makes this harder. I stepped closer, then stay, we'll figure it out together. She looked at me, tears rolling down her cheeks. That's the thing, she said quietly. I don't want to figure it out together anymore. Those words cut deeper than any accusation. I've been waiting for you to fight, I said, to tell me what's wrong. She gave a sad smile. You were always so understanding. When I pulled away, you gave me space. When I was quiet, you didn't push. I thought that's what you needed, I whispered. I know, she said, and I'm grateful. Grateful. Like I was a chapter she was closing gently. I needed you to notice I was disappearing, she said, but you kept being patient instead of asking me to stay. I felt tears finally spill down my face. I thought loving you meant not forcing you. She nodded, and loving me also means letting me go. Silence filled the room. I never wanted to hurt you, she said again. Then she stood up, picked up her suitcase, and walked to the door. I followed her, heart racing. Sarah, please don't do this. She turned to me, eyes red. Thank you, she said softly. The words didn't make sense. For what? I asked. For always trying to understand me, she said, even when I didn't understand myself. Thank you. It felt like a goodbye disguised as appreciation. She opened the door. You're really leaving? I asked. She nodded. I waited for hesitation, for doubt, for her to look back and say she'd made a mistake. Instead, she gave me one last sad smile and said, You deserve someone who chooses you without needing to be convinced. Then she walked out. No slammed door. No shouting. Just quiet footsteps fading away. I stood there in a house that suddenly felt empty, realizing something too late. Sometimes love doesn't end in anger. It ends in gratitude. And sometimes the person who says, Thank you for understanding, is already thanking you for letting them leave.